That's marvelous. My mom lives 30 minutes away. I wish I could still do that. It's almost more expensive to just spend the money on the gas to go to my mom's than it is to, like, just go buy something. I wish. Yo, so we had these blueberries, and they tasted like peaches. So we got these blueberries, and they tasted like peaches. It was the craziest thing, and they were so good. I don't know. It was something at Sprouts. Sprouts has random like fruits every once in a while, and you're like, it's so good. And I was like, yep. I was like, we had these recently, and we got like two containers, and they were small, but they disappeared so fast. Oh, that's appropriate given your height, because you're still sprouting. Oh, no, she is Sprouts. She's tiny. That's funny. All right, stream is live. It's not on. I'm having on the title screen. So, should I switch over? Yeah, you're invisible. No one wants to see you. I'm kidding. But I just had to get the cameras adjusted and everything, so I'm good to go when you guys are.
You're invisible, just Cinderella.
That's what we just cut over to.
What?
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm when I find it, I'm sending it to you because there's no other
You
way to
do?
describe it other than Alex Brightman being Alex Brightman.
Okay, but we're live, right?
Yep.
Hi, everyone.
We are now.
Hi,
So no
everybody!
swearing, everybody.
No, Rain's not here. We're good.
But
Yeah.
I'm here.
I've actually, like, I think I've actually cursed more since we were supposed to stop.
Owl.
Oh, owl. I love it.
I love it.
The fact that Sophie was the first one to spot that. Hyperfixation activated.
In my defense,
like an
I
owl.
have not gotten, almost, because of my spine being screwed up, I have not gotten pretty much any sleep the past 3 nights. So, sadness.
Fun.
Oh, no. See,
This
my
is going
sleep
to be an
pattern's
interesting session.
just screwed.
Yeah, I was gonna say my spine's just fine, and I still haven't gotten any sleep the last few nights.
I'm just getting old.
Problem is, I
Alright.
can't lay certain ways because then my head starts hurting because it feels like my spine's stabbing into my skull. I have there's only specific ways I can lay down right now.
Are you okay?
Yeah, mostly. I did Lyra fine, so just
My
can't
back
lay
feels
down
like it's
certain
going to
ways.
pierce my skull. Also, Charisse, I'm going to do flips on the hoop.
Yes.
Look at my new skills in the Lyra class.
Probably actually stretch you out a little bit better than anything else.
True.
I love doing it. It's so fun, and then it's really funny because like everyone's like, I can't do that, and I'm like, you could if you went to classes. You
Right.
could learn.
I have no coordination. No, I couldn't.
It's memorization. It's like a Rubik's cube with your body.
Your body's
that-
a Rubik's cube.
That sounds like smart people thing.
You just gotta remember, let go here, not fall. Done.
Yeah, no,
That's pretty
that's
much
no.
it. That's pretty much it. Like, it's so funny though, because one girl was doing was learning a drop, and it was so cool. So she went up into the span set and had to wrap her leg around, like be upside down and wrap her leg around the span set, and pull herself up, and then wrap her leg around one more time, and then and go upside down, grab the hoop, and then just drop into let herself just drop. And she was so nervous to do it, but like the way she's in the span set, there was like the teacher had to sit and show her like there's no physical way you'll actually fall, because like you would have you can't get out of the span set even if like with the drop the span set will catch you.
Now that you're moving into
was-
intermediate, are you starting to spin you yet?
Oh, God.
We did do some light spins. They're it's not a common thing, but she is starting to try to show me on how to she did show me on how to spin and how to control it a little bit.
So when you said light spin, all I could think of was like those fire throwers and that sort of thing. I was like, wait, what? I definitely can't do
No.
this now.
No, but right now it's still more of just like learning some of the more technical move sets. But I did actually do like a whole multiple moves in a row. Like I did 4 different moves back to back to back, and it was so fun.
Amazing.
I was very proud of myself.
You're like a few sessions away from running away with the circus. That'd be great.
I don't want to run away with the circus, though. They don't get paid much.
Not about that.
That's your justification.
Yes, I would totally run away with the circus if they paid better.
You would. You would.
Bankrupt.
Bankruptcy!
Basically.
Sorry, that's where my brain decided to go today.
I love how everyone's tired. Everyone's on caffeine right now. This is great. This should just
I'm
be
not.
like 4 hours of us, or well, 3 hours and 10 minutes of us just BSing and talking about circus.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh,
So
We
you
should totally
guys
have
aspired on
that
15.
at some
I'm
point, like just as a full stream. That'd be fun,
Just have a cat.
us chatting over dumb stuff.
Mm.
honestly.
Yeah.
We're saving that for the podcast, so.
Right. It's kind of like an impromptu podcast session. Late start, lots of talking. It's like whatever. We don't need to play D&D.
I do need to start moving our files onto Spotify somehow. I'll figure that out. Not today, though.
Yeah, it's not
How
hard to
do
rip
that?
video off of stuff. They have converters and stuff, and then you just, the only thing you gotta cut
Yeah, it's
out
just-
is the blank intros, like the timing and stuff.
Yeah. It's just a matter of sitting down and actually doing it, but yeah, I'll do it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should
You got enough.
when you do it, we should all record like a little bit of an intro, or each record an intro, and then all you do is just drop the intro onto the start of the session.
Can Reigns just be them swearing?
Right.
It would be so funny.
But, oh, yeah.
like-
Sophie just bleeps it. Just like
speaking-
Is that, yeah,
Yes.
we get a really sweet one from Sophie, a really sort of lore deep one from Charisse, me with my British stuff, I guess, and then just Reigns shouting the word fuck.
That'd be
Oh.
hilarious.
That would be. We get banned, however.
Sophie could just bleep it and it would make it even funnier. Just
I
beep,
need
beep.
just 30 seconds, actually.
I just replaced-
had something come
Yeah,
up,
no
so
worries.
just 10 seconds.
I just replace it with sound effects like Digital Circus.
There we go.
Either that or we do the unnecessary censorship.
Oh gosh.
Do it like that.
Mercy sakes.
Oh, did you see one I
Yeah.
sent you about?
I did. I did
Basically,
see that, yes.
Phineas and Ferb, unnecessary censored, and Dan Bob and I was reacting to it.
That was funny.
Also, by the way, I wanted to clear the air. What we technically did with blowing up the town was not genocide, it was mass murder.
Where
Hang
did
on,
that
hang on.
come from?
Why clearing air?
Within the storyline, by the way.
Within the
Within the
storyline.
We have not committed crimes.
But the thing is,
Gale's
like,
stole
we've
a
been
book
calling
when
it
he
a
was, like,
genocide,
9.
and it's just like genocide is like targeting a specific people group for like either like with like whether for like religious or political or like racial reasoning. We did not do that. We just indiscriminately accidentally killed an entire town.
We didn't mean to. We didn't know the goblins had set off bombs that would be triggered by their death. They
So,
were
man-
really
So-
mean goblins.
So by technicality, we purposely murdered 2 people and accidentally mass murdered.
And by technicality,
Like, the actual
we
definition.
technically didn't kill them. The goblins did because the goblins set up the bombs, and the goblins.
I mean,
If you wanna go
I mean, yes.
I will die
By
on this
very
hill. Shrew.
technicality. We did not. What's so funny is that the second campaign that I've been in that the party
Oh.
blew up town.
I was like, am I forgetting something that happened in Strahd?
No. I'm in my very first
Yet.
week before I had joined the campaign. The party really botched a roll and accidentally blew up an entire town. And so this was before my character had joined because like I just got invited to this random campaign. And so
Yeah.
it was just really funny to me that I've now been in 2 campaigns where we've just blew up a town on
If I had a
accident.
nickel for every campaign setting where a town got blown up.
Charisse, you're now gonna have to explain to Doku why you just had to sit down talk with the listeners about no, we did not commit genocide.
We've done a lot of crappy things in this campaigin and morally ambiguous things.
We?
But genocide is not one of them.
Gale's eating bread and he'll shit.
Helped blow up the
What's
town.
very
on
ambiguous
accident.
about that?
We didn't blow up the town.
Gale's
I
just
specifically said on accident.
okay. He punched a king. However, aside from that, he's just been Silvercoat. He's just been
Doesn't
chilling.
count. He was that doesn't count as a crime.
He's
That needed to
been
happen.
healing and like
And he's not dead
he-
yet, so it's technically not murdered yet.
yeah, but it's still assaulting a member of the royal family. That's a crime. But that's
Well,
it.
Silvercoat can go cry about it.
You want to come up? No, you don't want to come up? Anyway, so I'm like, now granted though, I don't. Okay, I actually want to know what is the worst choice that Kidis has made in the campaign? Because I've been trying to think through on like
Yes.
what's the worst decision I made.
I feel like Killis has got like a top 10 worst decisions. Like, we can make a Watch Mojo video.
Yes.
about
Oh my
the
god.
worst decisions that Killis has made.
And the thing is I'm like,
Worst
I don't know if
decision
it
by
was
Kidis
having
Velta.
to consume people's life essences because she accidentally got her soul ripped out of her body, or or if it was
Do
murdering
the
a dude in his
means
home
justify
because she
the
needed a
end?
tongue. Like, because she needed a tongue, she murdered a dude in his sleep. Or if it was
I think that
sneaking
was
over.
probably because that was in cold blood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that wasn't
like,
even discriminate. You like Killis full on killed a dude.
it's
She
like
full on just like had a little murder side quest in the middle of the night and came back. The fact that nobody in the party
Questioned
asked
it.
questions.
No.
that's the reason
They were
why
like,
I
ah,
wanna
she's
know
got
what's the
a tongue
worst
and a corpse.
thing.
They're not connected anymore. They probably were when she found them.
They're not connected anymore. No, I cut to the sinews with a knife.
And no, I was so the tongue was still connected when she showed up. She just pulled out the body and then cut out the tongue in front of you.
Yeah, so then it wasn't connected anymore. And it technically was
ruined
connected when
Gale's
she found
breakfast.
it.
So it's just
My point still
the
stands.
thing is, I'm like, I realized I'm like my character really was not a very morally good character at all.
Morally flexible.
Morally flexible.
And I just want to ask, how long did this realization take to happen?
Oh, it's just the thing is, I'm like, I didn't know what to put as her moral because like she's not necessarily like an evil character.
Neutral.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if she's necessarily good enough to even be neutral for most of this campaign.
Chaotic neutral.
Yeah, Kidis is a good old chaotic neutral.
Oh,
Cedar's
yeah.
chaotic good. Because there's no way she's lawful good. I'm sorry.
No.
The fact that she is so quick to be like, I am going to just pick this lock. Or like, oh, really? Okay. Let's
I'm trying to think.
let's steal things. Like,
See, I'm trying to think where Gale would be in sort of that sort of paradigm because he's
neutral good for Gale.
he might have started as lawful good.
yeah. Gale started off as lawful good. He's pretty. I feel he's pretty.
Gone to neutral good.
I would say neutral good as well. Yeah, just because he's still trying to be good and that sort of stuff, like still trying to follow rules and that sort of thing. But he's not going to like rat on his friends. He's going to turn his back and be like, yeah, I had no part in this. It's
Right.
called
And
plausible deniability, lawyers.
the thing is also because I think Rain's the only one that's played genuine, actual, true evil characters.
Yeah. Gosh, what she did as
like-
Leah, crikey.
The fact that, you know, one of the characters just was a serial killer, and that's like one of the, like, it's like that thing where people talk about how so much happens in Hamlet that everyone ignores the fact that he was kidnapped by pirates partway through.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he was, yeah.
Wasn't he?
That's this campaign in a
Getting
nutshell.
that, yeah.
And that was so funny though. Also, is the fact that okay, Leah became like evil, and so when the beholder that we met actually like was like here, have some life essence, child, as like a way of like breaking bread with Kidis. Kidis didn't turn to Cedar, didn't turn to Gale, turned to Leah as like, can I eat this?
Sorry, I heard bread and I just sort of passed, like, blacked out for a second. What happened?
So it was just like, because like you knew that no one else would like the fact that she did that. She's like, Leah, can I eat this?
Hi,
Sure,
Doku. We've been having a
Oh, wow.
sit-down conversation with our viewers as to the
That's the
dubious
worst thing we've done
morality
at camping.
of the Madcap Menagerie.
We did commit genocide, Your Honor.
You guys have morals?
Actually,
I said dubious morality.
Gale heals shit and eats bread.
And
That's
Cedar is
morals
technically
for
chaotic
you,
good.
buddy.
You're like, you
no,
guys,
I don't know anymore though. With like some of the choices you've made, I don't know.
Yeah, in your defenses, ignorance has been a key factor in your morality. So you haven't intentionally done horrible things to thousands of people.
So when you say
I-
ignorance,
That
that's
was the
purely
goblins.
you, right?
I will die on this hill.
The thing is that's
We
what
didn't
started
set
this
up the bomb.
conversation. But the thing is, that's what started this conversation. I wanted to clarify to our viewers, it was not genocide, it was technically mass murder.
Did anybody ask in the chat about this, or is this
No.
just Charisse just saying?
I'm looking
"Oh
at the
my
chat. There's no questions about it. This just came completely out of nowhere, which is why I was so
No.
surprised.
No, because I've been thinking about it all week. And I actually sat and looked up the definition of mass murder and genocide. And then I was like, no, it actually is more mass murder than genocide. Legally speaking, we would be charged with mass murder. Would it be mass
And that's
manslaughter if
just-
it wasn't on purpose? It'd be
Probably.
It would be like first. Would it be like what was it? Is first degree murder like the thing where you have like intentionally
Yeah.
kill someone and premeditated? But then it would be first degree murder on 2 counts with the goblins, and then then mass manslaughter.
Yeah.
And
Very
this
little of what the
showman is by
menagerie does
Charisse
is
on a special
premeditated, let's be
fly list.
real.
No,
Very few
'cause I
of the
was like-
menagerie's actions are premeditated. Let's be so real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gale just
90% of
doesn't
them
think
were
of
not.
anybody, he just does.
90% of what we do, there is not thought beforehand.
And the thing is, and that's why it's so funny playing Celia now, because Celia's just sitting there like, what do you mean you don't think things through? What do you mean you don't plan things out? What do you mean you just make decisions and then hope for the best?
I mean, can I just say, in Gale's defense, quite often there's just no thought.
Why did I feel like you were gonna say in Gale's defense he was left unsupervised or something like that?
Anyway,
You know what?
recap though. Oh, go ahead first, Harry.
I was gonna say, sort of, I've been on the topic of like I was left unsupervised. I've been looking at like mugs for work, and that's one of the ones I'm thinking about. But there's also another one
Yeah.
which just says, "Hold on, give me a second to overthink this," and that I think is the one I'm gonna go for.
Yes.
It's just mwah.
Amazing.
Oh, by the way, my recap of last session is Celia got an A in combat, everyone else failed.
Cedar is very
that's
angry
bad.
about this. Not about Celia doing well. She's glad Celia did well. She just thinks that
Gale-
the test was bull.
Gale
I
healed
hear
shit
Jerry-
and ate bread.
Celia doesn't care about the A in combat. I do. Because all of a sudden, when I learned that we were being graded in combat, all of a sudden the little student side of me, I'm like, I made an A. The little
No.
stu-
I paid attention for once.
Well, you see, if we attack using this strategy,
Cedar got mad because in her mind, she was doing the test, and 5 minutes before the timer runs out, you just took her little bubble sheet and were like, nope, no more SAT.
no. I feel like Cedar's more annoyed at the fact that she didn't get the top of the class.
And that they stopped her from finishing the fight. She's like, but no, we weren't done yet. I wasn't done yet.
Yeah, because
And-
they found top of the class already. They don't need to continue.
Right. Cedar was not like the part of her was very miffed about that.
Oh.
I think
Really?
that's where we left off, right? You guys were
It
you guys
is,
had just
so-
finished combat.
Yeah, so that's where we left off. So basically what actually happened last session, the actual recap, is we've been at the monastery for a little bit now, and then the guys at the monastery were like, hey, we have a test for you to prepare you for re-entering the world after you left for so long and were dead. And we were like, okay, sweet, let's learn about the world. And so they're like, you're gonna fight these things. And then Celia was just like, whoa, there's robots. Because Celia, who did not know robots existed, because she's been dead for too long. So then everyone, they were like, you're gonna fight these things, and Celia's like, okay, cool. And the party was just like, we just need to fight them, right? And they're like, yes. That was the original thought process. And so then Celia stole one of their guns, because there was a gunslinger one, and she's just like, no guns for you, and just took away the guns.
She stole both guns, right? There were 2 guns that
There were 2
Yeah.
guns that she just took them. She's like, mine now.
Did she
And
ever use them?
no, she didn't, because the problem was that she was gonna toss them to Cedar, but the problem is then little steam boy decided to blow up and make steam everywhere. So-
Steam boy.
That sounds like almost a tank engine themed in song. Little steam boy
It was a good
So-
movie.
the
movie.
the different types of combatants that we were facing was this monk that had a little clock on him that made it so he could cast haste and start punching. And we learned that we have to, and then there was a gunslinger that could turn into a cannon. Learned that the hard way.
You ever been hit point blank by a cannonball? Well, now Celia has.
Would you like to?
Would you?
Then there was like this dude that had a bunch of steam, like vents and stuff like that, and he had like these little sights and could shoot lightning. And then there was what was the last one? Then there was the anti-magic dude. He had like a little blue orb that could make it so magic
Hated
stopped
him.
working.
I hated that
He
one.
also had what was it? It was like a little whip thing? It was like a blade thing that you could throw.
Warhammer on a chain.
Warhammer. That's it. Warhammer on a chain.
So,
And
I said Warhammer, and
He
Harry got
also-
instantly very, very tuned in.
I was like, oh, my hyperfixation, okay.
and the little anti-magic Warhammer dude also had a little force field around him. And so we went into combat, and we were Winnie disintegrated one of them using her eye, and we beat down on the scythe dude, and we we kept punching the monk war forge, and just kind of went and took him out, and it was just really great. And we were on the last dude with the anti-magic dude with the blue orb, and Celia started targeting his blue orb because it was messing up with Mother Shadrin's magic, and she was like, no messing up her magic, she likes that. And so then
Like
Everything she can do.
I have a sword.
Yeah,
You
just
are
don't
weak.
typically use
You
it.
are squishy. You should not be frontlining.
And so then we then all of a sudden steam, like, because we after we defeated the scythe dude, steam ended up everywhere, and all of a sudden they're like, ending combat now, and steam went away, and then we learned that all of the people in the monastery were watching us and judging us. And we're like, oh, okay. And they're like, you failed. And then Cedar's just like, what do you mean? We almost won. If you would have waited 2 seconds, we would have beat the crap out of it. Yeah, they were like,
story.
I wasn't finished.
and then Gale's mentor or dude was just like, Winnie,
Aerith.
did you really have to disintegrate one of them? Those things are expensive. And Winnie was just like, it worked. Like, what do you mean? And so then they're like, what did you? And they're like, you all failed. Actually, wait, Celia kind of succeeded. Why did you target the blue orb? And she was like, it was messing up. It was the thing messing up the magic. And we learned that each of the warforges have different weaknesses, and the purpose of this was to teach us to not just blunt force our way through problems, and actually try to think through them, and understand that warforges have these awesome powers, but each of them has a corresponding weakness. And if we target those weaknesses, like the scythe dude, if we targeted the vents, it would have made the fight a lot easier. Or the anti-magic dude, the blue orb was the source of the magic, but also there were gears on its back, which could have made make the force field go away. We don't know the gunslinger's one, because guess what? Celia took his guns. Celia found a whole new weakness. Take away the guns.
It probably would have
Yes.
been bullets or
absence
something
of guns.
American, you know.
And then the monks had kind of the least amount of weaknesses, but if you kept targeting it and punching it hard enough, it would make it so it couldn't cast haste anymore. But it didn't have like a clear external weakness. It was just more of keep hitting it. And so then he was just like, you're going to face a lot more of these out in the external world, and we wanted to prepare you, because what's going to happen when you fight 20 of these? And one
fucking
try to
run.
fight, go. And so we wanted to prepare you for this world and this fight, and then Cedar's just like, but I would have won! And that was where we ended the session.
Oh, yeah,
That is
it's
the
so
full
crazy.
recap of it.
That's a good recap.
Yeah, that's good.
So,
Yeah.
Sophie, you ready to be mad at not passing your test?
Yes.
Right.
Actual movie or show something. There's an actual thing called Steam Boy.
Yeah, I realize every time I talk to you guys, I age myself. This was 2004.
I was
I
like,
want to
"Steam."
watch this. This looks so
It
cool.
was fun. A lot of people didn't care
Oh.
for it. The pacing was a little slow, if I remember right. But honestly, like, I love the artwork,
Mm.
and that really sucked me in.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it was just funny too, because I was like, yeah, Steam Boy. And you're like, ha ha ha. And I was like, that's a good movie. And then Gale was like, that's a movie? And I was like, oh.
Because I
He
brought up
wasn't even
Thomas the Tank
alive.
Engine, I was like, hang on a minute, what movie?
It's like, what were you, 3 when this came out? Like,
I was
4.
4.
yeah. Sorry, I was. in
Wait,
my
no, sorry,
late
no. What was that?
teens.
2004. I was 6.
Hold
I
on.
was 4.
I got a math. I was 18.
I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
God, baby.
I always forget. I'm sorry, I aged myself. I was like, I
Yeah,
remember
me too.
anything I reference in the early 2000s, y'all are always like, what's that?
Well, I know a few things. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what my voice did just then, but I know a few things from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I know some from my aunt. So
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be 37 in 10 days, so.
Woo!
That's
Dang.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. But yes.
I'm gonna be married in just over a month. I'm so excited.
Oh, happy birthday.
That's not how that works.
Wait, that's not.
Get married, happy birthday!
Married.
Hang on.
Merry Chrysler. Happy Crisis.
Merry wedding day.
Merry wedding.
So, Merry wedding day. Merry Christmas. Yeah,
I might legit send a card to you guys just saying Merry wedding day.
that'd be hilarious.
Spelled Marry.
Oh.
That means we have,
Oh.
like, what, 10, 12 months to finish the session? Or finish the arc? That was a reference to you
And
having kids
confusion.
and not being able to play anymore.
Oh no, we're not having kids right off the bat. Oh goodness, no.
You have the shaman. You don't need any kids.
But no.
I would wonder what they would turn out like, so maybe that's best for the world. Anyway,
Dude.
but yes, okay.
But
So you guys are.
that was finally getting to session like 45 minutes in.
Yeah.
32 minutes and 45 seconds.
We're
Can I
doing
just say,
better than I thought.
I've been here since just after 5 o'clock.
That's true. I've been here since, yeah, it was like 03, I think, because I was like, I had my
Ow,
headsets
stop
on. I was
tearing
like,
up
someone's chatting.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. All right, so it's got a late
Alright.
settling, but that's fine. We're down a player today anyway, so
Yeah.
I'll drop some major lore stuff here in a second. So, but yeah, so you guys are slowly kind of ushered out of the examination room, and the crowd kind of stays behind, and they kind of examine some of the, steampunk, steamkin, whatever we want to call them, the Steam Warforge's bodies, just trying to like interpret what you guys do or did. And you get the impression that they are trying to find out maybe just a little more information or a little bit of something extra to maybe be more beneficial in the future. But you are kind of ushered out. And a familiar face comes by and is like, well, you guys must have worked up an appetite after a fight like that, huh?
Bread?
Bread. Actually, I had the kitchen whip something special up for you.
Are those things normal in this world now?
Well, they are now. They are now. At least in this part of the
They're
world.
starting to be, yeah. It's kind of a recent development.
But I thought we'd stopped the manufacture of them. I thought we'd taken out the blue flames. So the
The water
cores. So,
charges?
yeah, I
so
thought we'd taken
too.
those out. But
Well-
those are still
Well, we
operational.
still need to take care of the red ones.
Do indeed.
It's probably part of it.
There was
They probably have some sort of supply, unfortunately.
Yeah.
a bit of a. I mean, between.
Probably ask some of my my guys over at the guild. I can probably ask them if they can get some intel.
Yeah, that'd
Did
be.
you contact them regarding our funding?
I will also do that. I haven't had a chance since we've gotten here quite yet.
Yeah, it has been kind of full on for you guys.
I'll do that later though.
So, but yeah. So you
Those
guys are all.
things,
Mhm.
those things are far more advanced than what we faced in the past, than what we've seen in the past. So something has changed.
Oh, can they
Yeah,
think
I
for
mean they have been gone
themselves?
for a year.
Yeah,
By the
but
way,
for something that sweeping, that would have had to been in the works for some time now. They have to develop them and then roll them out. So they're more mainstream than what they were.
I beg your pardon, but can they think for themselves? So when you were when they were running combat, did they require continuous commands, or are they able to give like simple commands like fight this enemy and make choices on their own?
That's a good question.
That's a good question because most of
I
them
was
haven't
asking our
functioned.
mentor. I was
Oh, I thought
asking
you
our
were
mentor,
talking.
not you.
I thought you were asking
I was
what we'd seen
supporting.
before.
That's a good question. In fact, yes, and yes, they are. You know of Warforged, yes?
We've
You
had our
know,
run-ins.
They are call them a race. They are essentially created. They have a core akin to a soul, if you will, and their body mechanical, but they can operate and move freely and have free will. Uh, these are similar, but very stripped down, often controllable. So the free will portion is minimal, but you can give them an order, and their standing order they'll execute however they deem fit. So they do think for themselves. You could send one on patrol with the command of make sure that there's no riffraff or crime, and so they'll be examining crime, but their primary function will be to patrol. So yes and no. I'd say they're not full Warforged. They don't have full free will, but they have definitely gotten a lot more advanced since the early days. I think the removing of the primary source of water has forced them to adapt a little more to different realms of magics and what they could get their hands on. So there's nothing really that drives development as much as despair. Or when something is easily attained, you're not forced to adapt. When something gets taken away, it's adapt or die. So you will run into
They do say that. Yeah.
you will run into many different forms and many different types now. These are just a few that we can get our hands on for you.
There's more.
Oh, undoubtedly. Different regions and different lords that have sourced the, we'll call it water aspect from different places have been kind of, one I've seen even run off of the blue flame. Kind of captured in a caged sun, if you will.
And that is surprising.
Oh, that can't be good.
Yes, well, thankfully ones like that are large and usually in service to the highest echelon. They're not going to be your everydays like these were.
oh,
Mm.
are the gears easily jammed? I was wondering because I was considering possibly using ball bearings to stop some of the gears.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I would recommend the same material versus something organic. But yes, ball bearings would probably be a much better idea. Just don't try to stick your fingers in. I've seen some.
Oof.
I've seen some things.
Mercy.
Think of it kind
Okay,
of like
so
what are those things that like eat trees?
There are a lot of things that eat trees.
You put it in there and it like makes shavings. I forget what they're called. Oh no.
There are a lot of things that do that. There are a lot of animals that do that.
a pencil sharpener? I don't know.
Is it like a woodpecker or like termites?
Woodpecker, beavers,
Oh, it's just literally a wood chipper.
several animals.
Yeah.
A wood chipper.
Imagine a mechanical wood chipper.
Ah.
Okay,
Well,
so
definitely need to take those into consideration as we continue, I suppose.
But what are you not telling us, Aerith?
Oh, there's a lot I can't tell you.
Can't
Well,
or
then
won't.
try and tell us anyway.
Oh, that was supposed to be a GIF. Darn it. I posted a funny.
I understand the intention though.
Aerith's just on his phone during the conversation.
Although, I do also have another question. I had been meaning to ask, but I wasn't sure when the right time was.
Well, ask and I
What
will
is
try
on
to
the
answer.
upstairs? What is in the upstairs room?
I knew it would come to that. A little bit sooner than I wanted, but it's understandable.
Aerith.
It's what we've been protecting. It's the whole point of our existence. Matter of fact, the whole point of your existence, really.
Is this even more lies that you've been keeping from me?
Well, we took
Because
you
first, the entire point of my existence was to heal. Then I find out it's to go and fight some guy and be Shanti's champion. Now I find out there's something else you're keeping from me, Aerith.
in.
Is the ball going to drop on this one? Were you going to tell me when I turn 55? What?
He places his hand on your shoulder, just very sternly, but almost in a soft, touching manner, but like very firm. Too much knowledge is a burden. When you carry the fates, it is not something we wanted to have to pass to you until the right time.
Well, maybe sometimes having that extra knowledge helps you when you're fighting against fate itself.
Then do you feel you're ready?
No, when have I ever been ready for anything?
That was somehow the right answer. So he kind of guides you into a small room with probably 40 different types of bread. This will probably be my final gift I can give to you for now. So take what you need.
What do you mean?
And we'll go upstairs.
What do you mean?
You'll find out. And he just kind of has a soft-hearted smile.
Oh gosh dang it, we don't have either bags of holding. I just realized.
No, we
Leah
do have
and
a bag
Kittis
of
are-
holding.
You do? Oh, you do. You confirmed with
Yeah.
Doku we still have it?
Yeah, I confirmed. Yeah, it still exists, and Cedar has it.
Nice.
Why
I
haven't
forgot to
you
finish
been
that
pulling from your
conversation
bag
with
of
my dad.
mundane items? Why have you not
What?
been pulling from that? Why haven't you been pulling
Because
from your
we've
bag of
had
mundane
one
items?
session since it was given.
But we've had 3 days! 3 days
Wait
in
a
one
minute.
session!
Cedar figured out that the Whispering Obelisk got toasty fried.
Sharice, I fucking love you.
But shit, we could have had 3 new items!
I will get there when I get there.
So,
If you do not stop
Don't be
badgering
regret giving that to
about
you.
this, she will turn this body around and we
I-
will all go
I'm
home.
going to soon, Charisse. I love you. I'll do it soon.
When it's thematically appropriate, do it whenever you can. Accumulate!
Okay.
so
I can't exactly do it in this exact moment. Let me do it later.
You can't. Kiddas did it in these exact moments. You don't recall you crying and the kid is just pulling stuff shit out of the bag.
Yes, Kiddes and Cedar are very different characters.
Are they?
Yes.
Anyway, sorry.
We
I
broke the
love the way
DM.
that you weren't pulling from it because you didn't want to carry a bunch of shit. But if we have a bag that can hold a bunch of it,
I just figured out this week I have the bag.
okay.
And I've been a little busy with my dissertation. My brain
know,
has been a little bit full this week.
Sorry, everyone. I had to scold someone for not using the bag of mundane items properly.
there we go. I got the
Oh,
gift
there
to
we
work while
go.
you guys were arguing.
In any case, though.
Oh my
Sorry.
god, that's
Oh, goodness.
horrifying. That is. Oh my god.
The gears. I just needed a visual representation of
Yeah.
what they were.
No, that's
So you
that's
decided to use
a good one.
a skeleton?
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't stick your fingers in there, or you can be like that skeleton.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there you go.
That
It's
skeleton
like
doesn't
But
have
when
any,
they
like,
show it's like when they show those like ballistic the ballistics head and torsos for like
oh, the ballistic
testing.
gel. I
Yeah.
love that stuff.
Yeah, for like testing weapons.
I was gonna say
You
like
see-
those those safety videos.
Think
Anyway,
about it.
when we go into the bread room, Celia kind of like looks over and is basically kind of like asking permission to just kind of start shoving bread into your bag of holding, so that we have enough food for you guys.
Gale
Yeah,
is
she's gonna be like, yes, and she's gonna open the bag.
Gale is gonna take a bit of bread, just sort of hold it, not really do anything with it, and just sort of put it in the bag.
And he just kind of smiles a little bit. If you open the bag of mundane items, let me know. Just do a roll and put it in general. I'll grab it in a second.
I might need to know the like what I'm supposed to roll because
D1000, D1000.
okay.
I have that memorized. I loved that thing.
Do you want it back?
No, Celia,
I'm playing with you.
no.
No, I'm playing.
He's a
So-
different character. I'm just a little sad about it.
I just thought, no.
He
Okay.
pauses as you kind of take some of the bread and place it into your bag. So there's a prevailing theory in this world. Let me impart some wisdom. And this is kind of a serious tone versus like the fun and energy and just the shenanigans that he's been up to this point. Everything in this world is created with purpose. Candles meant to be lit to provide light. Bread to be made to be eaten. Every object, every desire put into those objects are embedded from their conception to creation with a purpose. And that is what fate is. The bread is meant to be eaten, the candles meant to be lit. Some items fleeting, a sword waged for protection or war. We are arbiters of fate. We took you in when we saw your purpose. Who are we to dictate how you are supposed to be used? We are only here to protect fate. And it would be wrong of us to put a sword on a shelf when its purpose was to murder and maim or hurt. But there are reasons behind murder and maiming and pain, and that could be protection, it could be safety, it could be rescue. The moral of fate is up to you, but the object must always find its intended use. It's what it was created for. You were created for much the same. We were created for that very purpose too. To safeguard, to provide knowledge or protection for fate. So please, take what you need, and I'll escort you to the room. And his tone still very solemn and sad.
We got everything we need.
Is bread the only thing in
Think
this
so.
room?
Yes, but it is extravagant.
A lot of bread.
There's probably 50 different differentiated loaves of bread with different flours, with different spice mixes. Some of it's cooked as in like French bread or pastry bread or croissants. There's a souffle. There are dozens of different types of bread based. There's even like a bread pudding with like some fresh peaches and you're like, there is no fruit up here, so how they got peaches, right? um, and so like it is just an extravagant outlay. Like, um, what you've noticed about this place is there's nothing in the way of excess, right? Everything is used and purposed, and it was intention behind everything. This is the first probable piece of excess that you've seen since you've been here.
Oh, while he was talking to Gale about everything, Celia would have been just kind of gathering up bread and just putting into bag, just like
I need to see this animated. Just Celia's
just
like,
like
It's like she's literally in like 4 frame. Like she's just like every 4 frames she's doing a movement like grab and grab.
Yes.
basically, because like her, she's like, oh great, we have food to make sure that those two well, 3, because Winnie survive.
Yay,
This
resources.
is utilitarian.
So
And so yeah, now Cedar's bag is filled with 50 different types of bread.
50 different types of bread.
I think Gale would find that the happiest place on earth right now. Okay.
Stop it. Stop it.
Let's go and have a look.
and he kind of walks. Do you know something I've heard that resonated with me lately as he's kind of walking you guys slowly upstairs? Is that parents don't pick their children. Their children pick their parents. The idea that a soul from conception embedded into life, you pick your battles before you're even born and the lessons you need to learn. It's the only thing that really explains the tapestries and the fates and time, is someone somewhere must decide. So yes, you have parents that can choose when to try to have a child, but the child picks when it is to be born. Much like you, on a soul level, chose this fate. And so we are happy to serve our purpose in fulfilling it. And you guys, when he kind of finished talking, reaches this room, this iron door, this just immaculate, ordained door that's the most sheltery thing that you've probably ever seen. Like, there is no way of breaking into this room. Like, it would exist through a nuclear bomb. Like, it is just built. The walls are like thick lead and metals, magically enchanted and everything. This is the Chamber of the Sun. The last time it was opened was the day you came, and we knew. So, open the door. And he kind of just ushers you to it and guides you to it.
Just me, or
Just you.
Is that
Okay.
what you want, Gale?
I think what it must be overrides what I want right now.
Okay. We'll be here waiting.
Thank you. Okay. Gale will open the door and head inside the room, and he'll close it once he's inside.
So what kind of happens, and I'll play this out for you a little bit more thematically, is there's no real lock on this door, but you notice that there are some holes, some openings, and big enough for your hands and your forearms, right? And so you're like, oh, there must probably be a latch inside here. And so what you do is you put your arms in, and your body actually almost dematerializes to a base air element. As you hear the sounding of like horns getting the breath that they need to blow, but it's actually essentially your essence of body that are blowing the horns of this door and opening the vents. And it's that wind pressure of just your body makeup that actually pushes the locks slowly open as the door opens and unlatches, and you hear clicks and clacks of like thousands of probably locks or drop chambers or drop pins just unlatching as the door slowly turns and your arms go deeper and deeper into this door, as essentially your body materializes only into air. And when you pull your arms out as the door opens, you can actually see them reforming into shape. And you see a small room, a sun sanctum, if you will. It has definitely been a while since it's been opened. It's not exactly clean and pristine, but there's artificial light sources kind of all over the place. And I'll drop it kind of into maps what you're seeing here in just 1 second.
I need to get maps loaded up.
Didn't have maps up? Maybe I won't be nice today.
I have maps up.
Nerd.
Hee
Hey, there we go. I got maps loaded up.
Google's
We're in
been
a
so
void.
picky. I know. Google's been so picky lately.
Hello.
And here you see the Mariana Trench.
Oh, and look! It's staring back at you. Into your soul.
Into your soul.
Your soul!
Mao has been acting like a cat and has been messing with things on the desk, and so I've been having to chase her around, be like, no, don't eat that, no, don't eat that, no, don't eat that, no, don't knock that off.
Oh my gosh, I almost died laughing earlier when he just like put his face real close to the camera.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this a different way. Give me 1 second.
Oh, he's
This
so
stream is
sweet.
brought
He is so
by
cute.
the void.
He's so sweet. He is so cute, but he doesn't like when he decides he's bored. He's like Kittis, where he's just like, I'm bored. I'm gonna cause problems now, and I'm just like,
Ooh,
Have it.
Oh,
pretty.
damn.
So,
Wait, what are you guys doing in here?
right, I'll load you guys here.
Surprise! No, I'm kidding.
Surprise, motherfucker.
No one's gonna stop you guys if you wanted to go in, but this is kind of what you walk into. And you can kind of see the masonry actually makes up the images on the ground. So instead of something painted or stained, the actual stone has been collected and shaped to create the designs. And there's only one thing in this room, and it's a pedestal. And on that pedestal is a scroll, and I will pull that up too. Or I will try to, because what?
Is it an Elder Scroll?
No, I'm gonna fight something.
Wait, hang on. If I take the scroll with me, is it going to be marked as a quest item in my inventory forever and I can't remove it?
Yeah, it's like the beacons. Yeah, Daedra.
Why would you bring up the beacons? Ooh.
Ooh, pretty.
A new hand touches the beacon.
So this is a golden scroll. It's inlaid with designs. It's the only thing in this room, and all of the artificial light that comes into this room is casting light onto this scroll. And it's got wooden handles, and even the straps that are kind of wrapping around seem almost like a leather-bound gold. So this entire outside is just rich in gold and inlay, and it sits in the room by itself, the only thing here. But you get this feeling that it's just supposed to be yours.
What is this? And Gale's gonna, before he touches it, he's gonna have a look, sort of see if anything's being reflected, if there's any writings or anything like that, being reflected by the natural light onto the walls or the roof.
Okay, good. Good stuff. Look at you looking around. That's a first for every time. First for everyone. Go ahead and roll a perception for me with advantage.
Perception with advantage. Okay, that's a wisdom, so that's already going to be good for me. Okay, that is going to be 25.
Okay, that's actually really good. The reason why I did this as perception is versus investigations, because it actually conveys a little different in the room. So, before you touch the scroll and go to the scroll, you actually take a moment to look around, and you notice all of the sources of artificial light. They are a solid light for the most part, but for almost like it's being read from left to right around the entire room, you actually see small deviations of light in these, we'll call them windows of light, of artificial light. And as you kind of look closer into one, you actually see a moving picture of what looks to be a baby crawling, and then a mother holding this baby surrounded by fire, and then crawling out from the ashes and giving this baby to another man that looks like a monk, and this monk walking with this child until it's old enough to run, and the child runs through fields of wheat, and through the fields of wheat he runs into a city, and inside this city you see him elevate to the skies with wings, as the light then casts down and creates the artificial light that you're seeing on the scroll. And you just see these images swirling around the light sources as if to tell a story of light.
The wings on the figure, are they feathered wings?
That, since you're asking a particular question now, roll an investigation.
Okay. Because I've got a theory as to what this is. And this is from
A
way
dream.
back at the start of the campaign. That's going to be a 16.
Okay.
Nice.
So, you sit and you watch it for a while. And the first time you saw it, you could have swear you saw angel wings or feathered wings. And then the second time you watched it, the wings looked different. They were almost opaque or clear. And then you sit and you're like, I knew it. And then you watch it again, and it looks like solid feathered wings. And it's almost like the light that's being cast down and the shadow of the wings changes each time the story is retold as it swirls around the building or the room.
This story's happened before. Cycles upon cycles. Like Gareth said. Okay. At this point, Gale will step towards the pedestal, and sort of by the wooden handles, he's going to pick up a scroll, try to unfurl it.
Okay. So as you pick up the scroll, you feel a weight on the top of your hand. And as you look up, you see many different faces. You see every monk that raised you, what mental image you can remember of your mother, but in clear view, as every time the light flickers, a different face is pressing down and almost holding your hand. Additionally, as you pick up the scroll, you are locked in. Nothing else around you is noticed, but not as if they're holding you down. You feel the weight on your hand almost lifting you up, helping you carry the weight of this solid gold scroll. And you hear kind of like a song as it just progresses through your mind. You unfurl the scroll and see just this beaming light hit your eyes and dance across your face as knowledge of everywhere you've been is so easy to remember that it just becomes a piece of you. so you remember your history. But as you kind of look and continue to read the scroll, it almost is reminiscent of the story that's traveling around the room and the light sources. As you continue to unfurl it, you can see your friends in the monastery, your growth, your memories. And the scroll, when you hit a certain point, gets stuck. And you tug it a little more, and the page rips. And now 2 stories are being told. One of them almost leads to struggle and overcoming adversity. The other leads to strength and power and ascension. But it's a lot less clear of what this is. Now go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
That's another 25.
Nice. This is a scroll of fate. Your fate. And you get this sinking feeling like the fate of the world is going to partially depend on your choices. And you were born for a purpose. This monastery was built to safeguard that purpose. Every step you've taken has been curated and protected as you take your final steps through life. And you'll be presented with a choice, and the choices that you've been making, that you will either ascend or struggle based on those choices. And you realize this whole thing has been about you. And as you look at the scroll, the room around you actually changes. And let me pull up the map so I can convey it a little bit better.
As he's watching all of this before his eyes, tears start to form sort of at the corners of his eyes, as he realizes all of this, realizes what they've been trying to do. He doesn't understand it completely, which is partly his reaction, because he feels like he's so close to understanding, but he's still about 100 miles away from it.
So as you kind of
Oh, wow.
unfurl the scroll and kind of put it back for a moment, because the light is almost overbearing, you realize that the artificial light in the room has been replaced with natural light. You hear birds chirping, a sound that you probably shouldn't be able to hear in an armored and protected room like this. And you turn around and you're almost blinded by the sun, as the room has actually seems like it's been left to decay for hundreds of years. In fact, the monastery walls that were surrounded this room have also fallen apart. Much of the monastery is just in rubble. Green overgrowth has taken back over, as a building that seems to have stood for hundreds of years ago, has been reclaimed by the mountain itself, and very little of it still stands. And you see an old monk that you remember as the one that took you off the monastery steps as a child, standing in front of you. Are you finally ready to accept and finish your fate?
I think so, but I still have so many unanswered questions.
I might have time to answer one. Ask. What questions could you have?
That scroll, it showed me 2 paths. One where I would ascend and become powerful and and another one where it showed struggling and potential downfall. How do I know that the choices I've made so far haven't locked in either path?
You notice the rip. That is your future. Decisions yet to be made. Now, when you first came here and first existed, the concept of you was woven into the fabric of fate and time. You had but one path. You split that path. But the end of the story remains the same always. You are destined to save the world from destruction. A god implanted himself into a woman to conceive you into existence. This story has been foretold on the highest levels of creation since time began. You have split your story. And he kind of leans in and smiles. You know how powerful you have to be to decide your own fate, boy? I smile knowing we made the right choice and that you were worth it. The story that you split will just be of how much strength you have going into your story's completion.
But I'm still unclear on what makes me so important.
He just kind of smiles and laughs. You really are dense. I just told you that the idea and concept of you has been conceived when time itself was birthed into this world. You were destined to straighten things out, or settle them as they need to be.
Great cycle.
The great cycle has determined your importance. Every object has its part to play. And boy, you've split that object into two. Two choices, a duality. I'm impressed. You were chosen, and you've made the right choices. But fate is a fickle mistress. The harder you push, the more difficult things will be. You may be forced to do things that you don't want to do. But the beauty of it is that you still have free will despite it all. You have free will strong enough to defy fate. And he kind of touches you, and as he does, his hand turns to ash and powder as his body starts to fall away into an ash, blowing in a natural gust. You see a smile and a toothy grin missing many teeth. I couldn't have been more proud to be a part of your story. As this man ages hundreds of years in front of your eyes and turns to dust like he was waiting his entire existence to have this conversation before he disappears.
Well, I think I know what I have to do. looking around one last time. Is there anything left in the room? Or what was once the room?
So there are essentially the artificial light sources have decayed and they've kind of lost their magic, but they are still items. There are many of the stone pieces that were cast in like the actual yellow stone and like carved. So a lot of the stones and things like that still exist. There really wasn't much in this room. And what is left is essentially just think about the room kind of falling apart over decades. So it's just kind of rubble and overgrowth now, with a lot of the stone mosaic still perfectly in peace under the grass that kind of grows on top of it.
Right.
Are you ready, Captain Gale?
Wait, I thought we were still outside, Charisse.
We're standing in the doorway.
Yeah, but you guys are now standing also in a decayed doorway. The monastery walls
Oh, okay, I
around
didn't
you.
know if we were seeing all this too, or if it was only Gale seeing all.
What you guys kind of experienced is that the moment he took the scroll, the entire building around you changed in an instant, like a flash. Like you blinked your eyes, and it is just gone, decayed, hundreds of years, overgrowth, rubble. The wooden walls that were once there have turned to just rot and dust, and there's nothing of them left. In fact, pieces of them are probably petrified in wood, like petrified wood that used to make up the walls that kind of supported some of these upper levels. So everything that was built around this room is gone, and you actually see the core of the monastery, which is kind of like stairs built up to the center that were made to support this room from the beginning, and all of the rest of the monastery was built around it that you were just in.
Wow.
And most of that has been reclaimed by nature.
I think so, yes.
Where shall we go?
Not sure.
The way I see it is we have a couple of options. We can go and find the person who took up your fate. We can go and free the Red Fae Queen. Or we can stay around here on this continent and try to deal with the issues that are here.
Yes. My fear is that the issues that are plaguing this continent right now could easily spread unless we deal with the source. Blue flame is a symptom. The real cause is out there waiting to be solved. I think I understand them now. Maybe not completely, but more of a degree.
Well, do you want to set out now, or should we give it a night's rest to think about it? Because that looks like it was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. What time of day is it?
It's probably late morning, so maybe 10, 11 a.m.
We should probably decide on a heading first before we set out. That'll give us some time to rest up, recover from the fights. Just need to try and figure out what I'm supposed to do.
So above game,
Yeah.
do you understand the choices that were kind of presented, and do you understand their meaning?
I do, sort of. I understand there's going to be choices further down the line that are going to present themselves that will decide what happens in terms of the greater cycle, whether everything's all saved, whether everything's reset. I understand that part of that involves the Champion of Shanxi, which is a fucking cool title, and that he will form a part of that fate. His fate is tied in some way to Gale's, and he took up the cause that Gale couldn't. I know there's probably a lot that I'm missing from that.
Oh, you're good. I just was making sure because I wanted to understand your understanding before I started giving you like more and more lore as the story goes on. So I just need to know above game so I know how much to give you later. So thank you.
Cool.
So yes, we can go back to it then. You guys are back in. Did you ever roll for the bag?
I can do that now.
Roll for the
Yes,
bank
I'll do that
bag.
now. I'll do it.
Yeah, I think Celia's interested in the back.
How do I roll a D1000? Is it like something
to
I can
rolling
do?
room.
Okay, rolling room.
Go to rolling,
Okay.
and then type D, and then the number 1,000, and then click enter.
175.
175. All right. Yeah, I just needed to get that resolved before Charisse jumped across the ocean and strangled.
Yeah. Honestly.
Like, I gave you an item, one of my most favorite items, and if you don't use it, if you would neglect it, like you have your pseudo dragon, I will strangle you.
I literally
my
have brought up the
God.
pseudo dragon in the last few episodes.
Yeah, but you've neglected it for the past like 25.
I didn't want to bring it out while we were in the underworld.
You could have brought it out before.
Oop, I gotta not
Before
put
the
it in
underworld,
room.
so it can just wander around the desert while we're dead.
Oh,
Oh, you could have brought it out before to utilize it more. It can make poison.
I've just seen
more.
I've just seen the item. Okay.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm afraid.
It's the Addams Family hand.
It's thing.
Famous noble. Please tell me it's not an Owlin hand.
No, it's not an Owlin hand.
Thank goodness, because honestly, Cedar would be like, yeah, sounds about right. Like she would have gotten very like weirded
It's
out
your
by that.
uncle's hand, Cedar.
She just goes, oh come on. Like,
You're going to become me, Cedar.
Right.
oh, she would get so ticked.
It's your uncle's hand for sure.
Be like, oh, that's a hand. That's a hand. That's a hand. Okay. Gonna put that
Please, when
in
she holds
the
the
bag.
hand up to her face, it just goes like that.
Right. So as you're like pointing it toward, like as
Sorry.
you're putting it away and pointing it towards the ground, it actually begins to kind of move.
Oh, it moves. It moves. Oh, hi. Oh, it's sentient to a degree. She's just kind of putting it in the bag of holding for. Okay, that's a moving hand.
No, don't put that in the right double. Oh.
Roll a perception. As
Oh,
you're putting
no.
it away.
I swear, if that's her uncle,
That
I'm
got
gonna
into the
flip a
bread.
table.
You put
Okay,
a dead
fine,
hand
I'll-
in the bread.
It's not. It's preserved.
You've ate the cinnamon toast. That was also with a leprosy hand in the bag.
Gale
Yeah,
didn't realise that.
It's
Multiple dead
fine.
bodies. And black ichor. That was like, there's a lot of things in that bag.
Trace, Gale's an
Luckily,
idiot.
this one is completely new and doesn't have all that. So you said perception?
Yeah.
It's a 6.
Okay, so you don't notice what it does then. So you're putting
Oh,
it back.
I don't
and
like that.
You notice the hand is definitely moving, but you're like so grossed out by the hand. You're just like, get in the bag. Just go.
In the bag. In the bag.
So.
Is it still called flipping the bird if it's an owl in hand?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
That's actually a double entendre at that point.
Ray.
Okay. Kidis would have loved that. She just kind of looks at Gale. Kidis would have loved that. Sorry. Sorry about that. Hand.
Yeah. And yeah.
Huh. I
Are we wanting
if we're
set up
trying to
camp
figure
for
out
tonight?
where we need to go next, Cedar's gonna pull out the curator book.
Okay.
We can always consult this.
Yeah.
See if maybe I mean I know we were talking about the Red Fae Queen, but I'm not sure if we will be able to get directions when it comes to the spell plague fire. Or exactly maybe like a center point to look at. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what I need to ask.
I
the
think
book.
for the time being, the spell plague fire. Let me say it. Like I said, that's a symptom.
Hmm.
We have to look at the root cause first before we can have a look at the symptom. It's like any illness. You figure out what's causing it, you deal with that, and the symptoms should in turn.
All right. So what
I
does
think
that mean for
looking.
us?
Well, I think to start off with, I think looking for the Red Fae Queen is probably a smart move. It could mean
Alright.
another ally in the upcoming fight. It could mean that we weaken those automata. Could be, or at the very least, we stop them producing more. At which point,
True. We also need to
at
see
which
what they've
point
been
is
putting
it?
in place of the blue ones, because frankly, I don't want to get into a cycle of taking one out just for something to pop up.
The
Yeah.
Warforged is still here. And Celia starts going down back to where the room was with the Warforges.
Oh, and there she goes.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
I'll ask the book about the Red Fae Queen, but are you okay?
I'm still breathing. That's got to count for
Not an
something, right?
answer.
I'm going to see if I can scrounge up anything else while we're here. Knowledge,
Okay.
maybe some improvements to our gear. See what I can find.
Yeah, I'll see you later tonight. I'll work on asking the book, see what I can find when it comes to. I'll also kind of check some research stuff. Aerith, do
Just
you
hear
mind if I
Celia
talk to you
yell
real
from the
quick?
distance. You just hear Celia yell from the distance, "Call your guild!"
I'm going to.
He's right. You should definitely call the guild as well.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna call the guild. I do have to. I do have to ask them if they can send somebody to check on my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to find out where she is first, though.
Maybe
But
you
I
could ask
figure.
Greater.
Oh yeah, I'll ask.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll ask either the curator or Uncle.
Let's go with the less painful option right
Yeah,
now.
I'll go with. Oh, yeah, I won't resort to the uncle immediately.
Good. Okay.
All right. See you later.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And Cedar's gonna kind of wait because she wants to. She has something to say to Aerith.
Yeah, Gale's gonna sort of leave and just try and. Yeah, just sort of have a look and see if he can find anything that could be useful. He's going to have a look in the library potentially, have a look for any potential weapons, but we can do that in a minute. Because I want to hear what Cedar has to say.
All right. So what is Cedar doing then? We'll resolve that first.
She's gonna wait until Gale has walked away. You should have told him more earlier. Would have saved him a lot of crisis.
And who are you addressing?
Aerith. Cedar. Okay, the thing is, Cedar has been polite about the. She's disagreed with multiple things with the monastery, thus far. and she's been being polite and very nice because she respects Aerith because Gale respects him. But she can also tell that Gale has been bothered. So now that Gale is out of the room, she is addressing things.
Gotcha. Okay. Aerith is no longer present.
Where?
There was
You
no
do realize
one.
he dust.
There
He
was
turned to
No, I
dust.
thought that. Wait.
that was
That was-
someone else. That was the one who picked. That was the
Oh,
old
that's
man,
someone-
essentially.
Yeah.
That was the old
That
man.
greeted you guys. That's why he was. The reason why you guys couldn't hit him is because he wasn't ever there.
Oh.
He was a
Ah.
spirit.
The entire thing has been kind of like an afterimage. So even Aerith is not there. He's gone. The entire monastery
go look
is
for him.
essentially just decayed to a point of like nothingness. Okay.
There's no one here.
Yeah.
Tofi.
Yeah, if you
There's no one.
no matter what perception check you rolled, how about you just roll for me to see if you get a 1 or not?
Oh, okay.
She's gonna scream at the air.
10.
Okay. You spend probably about 15 minutes just searching. And there doesn't seem to be traces of anything aside from wildlife tracks in the entire vicinity for a long time.
Okay. She's gonna, once she kind of realizes, like, I can't find anybody who's not part of my party, she's gonna pull out the curator and be like, okay. Any idea where the red Fae Queen is, Curie?
And the pages kind of flip through, and you actually see kind of like as this happens, you're kind of opening the book, and then you actually see the curator as like kind of think of like a 3D model or a hollow model, like standing on top of the book, just kind of like
I love
flipping
that.
through the pages as well, looking. And she kind of looks up at you as you go through the book and goes, "This is a recounting of all things in history. The Fae and that type of magic usually operates outside of creation. However, what I can find is this." And she turns to a page. And you guys are familiar with the nobility, just as in general. If you grew up in this area, you know who the kings are, the princes, and all that kind of stuff, right? This is general world knowledge, is just by living here on this continent. And what you read is that the king summoned, or essentially did a lot of offerings for a lot of years to appease the elementals. And one day, he kind of garnered their trust enough to host them a party. And 2 of the 4 major elementals showed up. Well, we'll call it 5, if you're including time. But essentially, 2 of them showed up to kind of see what it was about. They wanted to be lavishly spoiled by a king. And that is where their history ends. They went missing after audience with the king and at this party. And you already know one of them was Aquafina, how she was kind of captured. And so you kind of get this feeling that the Fire Queen met the same fate, and that the king of this realm is the one who's kind of set all this in motion. Especially since he started creating the Warforged very soon after, almost the week after
Oh, wow.
this meeting, and where the Fire Fae had gone missing.
Oh. That is a definite, that's a definite lead for sure. Thank you, Carrie.
It's the best I can do.
No, this is good. This is good.
It's the
If I'm correct, if my new theory's correct, He used hospitality to trick Aquafina and the Fire Fae into a sense of security. You don't want to break hospitality with the Fae, so that's going to be interesting later. Well, seems it's time to go do my favorite thing, deal with overprivileged nobles.
Yeah.
And Cedar's gonna kind of stand up and like kind of nod at Curie. Thank you. I'll talk with you again later.
Of course. Before I close for the day, any other questions?
Where is where's the last known location of my palace?
And then she kind of flips through. Bervin. Or, well, the maps have been redrawn. But where Bervane once stood.
So she's still there.
And you can kind of see, and she's like, I can do illustrations now. And she'll kind of tap the page.
Oh.
And it's a little picture book of an old Mai building a small shack out of essentially reclaimed wood from the old school. And she builds this, like, really crappy shack and then goes into it and then never comes out.
Oh my. Well, I have to take care of that as well. Thank you, Curie. I think that will be all for today.
Okay. Have fun. And then she
she's
waves
gonna...
all forearms.
Aw. She's gonna kind of shut the book, place it in her satchel, and she is going to I've got to do the word count thing again. She's gonna send off a sending spell to Oshalius.
I'm so sorry.
I forgot about the name.
Why did you do that to me? By the way, to both me and
He's Shalius
Cedar.
with an Irish accent.
To both me and Cedar.
It was a different time. I was more of a pain in the ass back then. It was so 2 years
It was
ago.
tease Sophie. It was tease Sophie time.
Yeah.
All the time during that arc.
All the time.
It was Sophie's arc. That was...
It was Sophie's arc. Oh man, the fact that you remembered it and then the seething in your voice as you just said the name was perfect.
Say it again, Sophie. Say it again. Say it again.
Oshalius.
Oshalius.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, so she's gonna send off a sending spell.
Okay.
Hello, Oshalius. It's Cedar. I was wondering if you know about the transportation of fire charges.
16.
Another message incoming. How are things? Not
Involved.
dead. Again, wait, not dead anymore.
It's 25.
You receive a message back with a really shitty Irish accent because I'm not going to be able to do it very well.
Do the accent. Do the accent.
Do
Master.
it.
Oh, great dungeon master.
Things are great.
That's Scottish. Things are great.
Lots of money made lately. You'd be happy. I don't even remember what the other question was. How you doing?
Fire charges.
Fire charges. We buy ours straight from the capital. That was partially Scottish again. Right from the King's Market. Waiting next message from me. Waiting next message from me. I can't do it. I'm sorry. That's so bad. I'm gonna get stabbed by an Irish person one day.
And the thing is,
Oh
like,
my
I'm not
gosh.
sure whether your chances are better here or in the States, because...
Oh, mercy.
Well, yeah. You don't mess that
Gonna
up, didn't you?
send the next one. I'll come by when possible. On main continent currently. Next time someone's over here, please locate and take care, sorry, of my Talus.
3 more.
Very important person.
Yep. Your puppy?
And then almost before she can get the first response, she's gonna send. I'm gonna use a 4th level spell so that I can send this one, because I know we're probably not doing much for the rest. Like, we're not doing any fighting. Fire off a 4th level spell slot to. By take care of, I do not mean kill. This is a friend of mine. Help her. Also, I think needs help with new alcoholism. Hi,
Welcome back,
Therese.
Therese.
So I am glad you burned a 4th level spell, because I would have monkey
I
pawed the
know you,
crap out
man.
of that.
I know you.
You
Oh,
just
no.
said
3
take care
years.
of to a criminal
no.
organization. There
3
was
Oh, no.
years.
only one way to interpret that.
Also, Sophie, you forgot to ask them about money. To give us money. Give us some of the money.
Oh, yeah.
How are they? Okay. I'll send another in a minute once I hear these last 2 responses.
I just
So
got
you're
to do
just
something
like
real
sending
quick.
stuff.
3 years! I know you do!
Oh yeah, no, he would
Love you,
most
sir.
certainly have them kill her.
Yeah, no, not gonna fall for that.
I'm gonna get hunt the next time we meet.
Be like,
Don't, she messaged me the other day saying, "Oh, I'm the end of my dissertation. When that's done, we can think about meeting up." So I'm getting punched and/or shot with a Nerf gun.
trying to think of a response. I'm laughing too hard in my head to like think of anything. So I was like, oh
Whatever
man,
you do,
I got.
it's got to be in the Irish accent, Doku.
So that Charisse can hear.
No, that was.
Oh, yeah,
I've
Sharice.
been
The Irish
listening.
Scottish
I've been
accent.
listening. No, I've been listening.
Yeah.
I just
Oh, good.
I always listen in still when I leave, because I'm like, I don't want to miss this. Hi, buddy.
Boy, that's a right good job. Kidnap and give alcohol to a good friend.
Not
Be
how.
happy to for
And she's just
you.
gonna kind of mutter. She's just gonna, before sending the. Oh, sorry, you were still going. My bad. Sorry.
That's alright. Provide location and next message. We'll take care of your friend with alcohol.
Before she sends it, she's just gonna mutter to herself. Not what I meant about take care of the alcoholic.
Take my out for a night on the piss.
And then she's going to send off another sending spell. The 4th sending spell in a 5-minute increment of time. Okay.
You can do this. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Sorry, word count has been my entire week with this paper.
Use Myriad.
Bear vein is location. Help her not be alcoholic. And I like the idea that like not is like louder. Okay. Also, when you send someone please send supply of money.
Money, please.
And tell Toby Treasure Golem hi. Thanks.
Right, so you receive a message back. We'll bury Toby under the house that we kidnapped your friend from. She'll need a new liver when she's done with us. Message understood completely.
We're taking her to
She can't be an alcoholic if no one diagnosed her and you just hear a winking sound. Good luck with your future life of crime. Things have
I'm
been
not alcoholic.
Good luck. It's still some weird Irish, Scottish, but good luck with your future crimes. Signing off, your army of thieves. And then, so, message received. There'll be money under the Bearvein house. Actually, so you'll find Toby buried under the house. When you guys get to Bearvein.
Why did you need help?
I like to think I have how wise.
Right.
He was kind of wondered about herself. I'm gonna swing by Bearvein and warn my first. And she's gonna go look for Leah and or Gale.
So that's the next one. We'll be doing one in the middle of the thing. Make it worse. We're alcoholic.
I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
It's going to think for the word. She's like, shut up.
I'm touching Elmer Fudd, but it's like a case of sort of formally dead.
Alright, so go ahead and roll an investigation.
Investigation, my best stat. Let's see. 13.
13. Alright, that's good enough. So you will...
Because I knew where they were last.
Yeah, you will kind of go to where they were last, and you will find just a room full of rubble. But there is the treated wood that they used for the floor mats still exist. With a 13 investigation, though, what you'll find is that no damage from that fight still... Excuse me as I sneeze. No damage from that fight that you guys had with the Warforged stayed on or exists currently on the wood. So no signs of the battle ever took place. Exist.
Damn it, I was hoping for more servants.
So, interestingly enough, you still have the pistols.
Oh
I
no.
still have the pistols.
You do still have the pistols.
I'm not using them. She's a monk. I'm giving them to the one that can that has a good dex and wants to fire from a distance. I'm going
Sorry,
punching.
have you never heard of Monk of the Way of the Trigger Finger?
Yeah, that's
I'm not
the one
still
finger
doing
punch.
that. I'm frontlining.
So.
Yeah, you can do that with guns.
What I want you to do now.
No, you can't. I discovered that with
Bayonets,
Kiss when it was freaking made.
Bayonets.
I was so mad because I fired a shot at close distance, and with D&D rules, the closer you are, the worse of a shot you are.
Bayonets exist.
That's work.
You can fit a bayonet onto a gun.
They're like more pistols.
Yeah, you can still fit a bayonet onto a pistol.
I'm
Not a big
fitting
one,
bayonet
but-
onto a pistol. I'm
Why not?
wasting an entire pistol with that little when I could just use a dagger.
Well, okay, sure.
I'm still so mad that D&D rules has made it so you fire off a gun and it's harder to hit someone when they're 2 feet from you when you should be able to shoot someone point blank. Anyway.
like Mushu. You
Well,
missed. How could you miss? It was
no.
3 feet away.
It makes sense though, because
Persona.
if you're under duress, like you're not going to be as focused on your draw, especially if you're an untrained shooter. Like,
Yeah,
could you
but the thing
imagine
is, though, if
notching
you
a
are-
bow and firing it when someone is running full steam at you with a sword?
It'd be so much easier to hit them though. They're 10, like if they're 10 feet away. Because what happened was, is I was on the ground. The person was right above me, about 10 feet away, and you made me roll with disadvantage.
So a non-moving target, a stationary non-threatening target, would be extremely easy to hit from 2 feet away. A moving
With 10
target
feet.
that is charging at you, because you can close the distance of 20 feet. Like, an engagement distance of 20 feet is not that far. Like, by the time you draw your gun and fire, that person is on top
The
of
gun was
you.
already drawn. Gun was already drawn. I had it out. I was using it, and all I had to do was point up.
All I'm trying to do is make a case for why D&D did it the way they did. But I need an insight from you.
Anyway, okay. Insight from me. Got it. 16.
Cool. How do the guns exist when the combat that created the guns doesn't?
I was holding them the entire time. They didn't have a chance to leave me.
So
She willed them into being.
you don't understand at all how this place existed and how you interacted with it. Because clearly this temple existed thousands of years ago. So what poofed it into existence? Because it's been gone longer than Gale has been alive. And you attained something from it that couldn't have existed. And that is what you get with your insight check.
The problem is that from my perspective, it sucks that Celia's not an intelligence-based character, because the thing is either, she wasn't here for the entire time, it's either most likely evocation magic, similar to the Fey Towers, or there was a temporal thing that merged them, like we did when we went back in time.
Oh.
Likely. I can't do a different character. It wasn't there. It doesn't. Anyway.
I love it.
It's okay.
It's
Pretty good.
because Celia can't know any of this, and that's the best part about it.
No! It's what's pissing me off is Celia can't know because she wasn't there for the time, and she's not an intellectual-based character. So, it's just,
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, but you don't sit and keep the lore all in your head on your own to do recaps.
I could do, but I'm an idiot.
You are not. Let's stop
All
calling
right.
ourselves idiots on this stream before I get a Nerf gun
Oh,
and find you, Harry.
yes.
It's just, you gotta be like,
Yes, Sophie.
yes, Daddy.
No, I
Don't say
reserve.
That's
that.
what he has to say
In the
to
words
me.
of Cain, don't say that.
No, Goku, I reserve that word exclusively for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. I appreciate it. All right.
You are my daddy. You are my only daddy.
And with that, let's take a fiver. Let's take a quick bathroom break
Yes,
and
please.
a refresher. All right. So we'll be back
So
in
be back
5.
in 5 minutes.
Sophie's going aneurysm in the corner.
Mao is now currently hidden underneath my blanket. He decided that was where he wanted to be. And he's licking my toes and then clawing my leg.
Oh.
Yeah, depending on the person, feet can have the same smell, not aphrodisiac, the same smell response, olfactory trigger that catnip does.
The actual fuck?
Welcome back, Harry.
Yeah, there you go. So your foots are catnip.
They are more fucked up than I thought.
Sorry. Like we have...
Okay, if I ever get another cat, I'm calling it Quentin, just because of that fact. Like, jeez.
Why Quentin?
Quentin Tarantino.
Does he have a foot fetish?
Yeah? Have you not seen one of his movies?
I have. I guess that didn't come through though. I don't
Really?
know.
Because, jeez.
But, oh.
Honestly, I was watching the Barbie movie recently, and I had to double check to see that he wasn't an executive producer on that. Because the amount of shots of Margot Robbie's bare feet, I was like, hang on a minute, he's got to be involved somehow.
Oh yeah, this is a pretty well documented
the point of
Yeah.
The point of the Barbie movies was because, like, doll feet.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it becomes normal, and then she realizes, oh, hang on a minute, I'm being confused by America Ferrera. Which, honestly, I watched that recently,
Okay.
and it had no right to be as deep as it was. Like, that was actually really good.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
they are catnip, because all of a sudden he just decided to dart out, and now he's going absolutely feral throughout the apartment.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
Sorry, did you not realize that about Quentin Tarantino?
I don't really pay.
How?
I don't know. I'm not that.
How did
guy.
I know that and you didn't?
I'm not that guy. I don't pay attention to. I mean,
Seriously, like in every single one of his movies, there is at least one scene to do with feet.
Yeah, I'm
It
looking
is-
at a what is it? Collab? Not a collab. It is not a collaboration. What's it called?
Compilation.
Compilation.
Yeah.
Compilation.
It's just like a photo
Yeah.
compilation, and it's like, yeah, there's like 9 different shots from 9 different movies as a reference, and I was like, that's intense.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
If you watch, Honest Trailers did an every Quentin Tarantino movie ever, and there is an entire section dedicated to just like bare feet in his movies, and like it's only edited and it's chopped together and they put in background music. There is about 2 to 3 minutes worth of the stuff.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Question: are we live?
Yeah. Yeah. You think I would let this gold go unrecorded?
Oh boy.
It's somewhere on the internet now. Also, shout out Honest Trailers.
I love Honest Trailers. They're so funny.
They're pretty funny, yeah. They're pretty funny.
If we're mentioning people
Now,
that
why
are
are you
funny,
going feral?
the was it Z Frank or whatever, the guy who does like the.
I love Z Frank.
Have you shown me Z Frank? I can't remember.
I have. It's the one that does the Morgan Freeman sounding videos on animals.
Oh yeah.
Today's animal is the owl.
His accent is just hilarious. I love it.
It's amazing.
I do love the Morgan Freeman voice. It's just, yeah, it's one of those.
All right. So we probably got about an hour left. What do you guys
It's
want to
about
do with
the
it?
owl.
Who's next?
Remember the first time I
Gale.
died?
All right, Gale, what you doing, bud?
Roll
some
well,
dice.
Gale is walking around the ruins of his home that he thought were real, and he's looking for shit.
It was absolutely real. I mean, the building remnants still stand for sure. You don't understand when it was real, but at one point this place did exist.
He's gonna look for shit, and it's just like, when, how, why, what, where,
Roll
who?
roll an investigation. Let's get a little.
No,
dark.
that's Cedar.
Oh, who?
Somebody in this group has been possessed by an owl.
You guys need to stop with the owl jokes today.
That was
Oh,
fun.
Charisse.
What was that? Investigation.
Yep.
Okay. 13.
13. So
Yes.
you're wandering around the remnants of the building, and you get an inkling of something. You went somewhere last night with your favorite owl friend Cedar, and you were like, "Oh, the gravestone for my mother." You're like, "If nothing else was real, please let that be real." So you leave,
Fucking
and
sprint.
yeah, you dart outside, and in your investigation, what you find with a 13 is not just the one set up for your mother, but dozens and dozens of grave markers. And as you kind of brush some of the grass away, you recognize almost every single one of the names.
Oh, no.
But what you kind of dig in a little deeper for is the dates of when they were born and when they passed were hundreds of years ago. And the only new gravestone that's polished or at least somewhat clean, that hasn't been there for that long, was the one dedicated to your mother's.
What on earth is this? What?
Did we ever name the old man? The one that actually like
Lucian.
Lucian? That's right.
Yeah, Lucian.
Um, you find Lucian's, and it was born 500 years ago, and then a dash, and then no end date.
I kind of want to make a joke that Celia would possibly actually knew them.
I mean, Gale at this point, he had an idea that this was what had happened when the monastery just sort of, when the illusion dropped and the monastery sort of became what it was. But upon realizing that he's on his own, like the others are off doing their investigations, doing their research. Gale is properly processing for the very first time that what he knew, what he felt, everything about his upbringing was an illusion. You know, the people that were there existed, the place itself existed at one point, but that was long before his time. The person that raised him has been dead for goodness knows how long. And so he's going to break down.
So you will feel a hand on your shoulder when you're in front of Lucian's gravestone. And the man,
Not now.
the man who faded to ash in front of you after you took the scroll, you hear a clearing of a throat, and then you feel a smack really hard on the back of your head. Should I come back when it's a good time for you? And just
Gale's going to stand up and turn and face.
You need to fix your way of thinking. Have we all not taught you better? And he'll kind of wipe a tear from your eye. You think of us as being gone, and your life being an illusion, when you should be realizing that you gave a dead man what every dead man could ever wish for. And that's time. Your existence gave us more time. You gave us life again to teach you everything we could, to get you set up, to save the world. You think in terms of negativity when you should realize that it was all for you and that you gave us a gift of life. So cry for the tears of us being gone, because you did know us. But don't diminish the lessons we gave you. Or I'll come back. I'll find a way. And he just kind of smiles. And then as he hits his hand really hard on your shoulder, it actually goes through your shoulder as he fades again. And the ashes swirl around to the gravestone and put the current year's date as the end date.
That's not what I was feeling, but okay, sure. I want something real. Right. I will carry your lessons forward. I will do the right thing. But I do it my way. That means if I feel, I feel. If I need a moment to collect my thoughts and console myself, I do that. I carry you with me, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to do things your way. You told me I made all the right choices, that I was going down the right path. None of that's changed. I'm still that same person. I'm just coming to terms with things. Everybody does that in their own way, so do not punish me or strike me for doing that. Now, if you'll excuse me, time I left these memories behind. Time I found the people that I'm going to stand against this whole thing with. There's nothing left for me here. And with that, he's going to head back up to the monastery.
Something interesting happens as you do that. As kind of a sign of moving forward. Every step you take, a few steps before you, the path is cleared of debris and overgrowth, and the memories of the monastery in its splendor and beauty, and before it was in ill repair. As you step forward, flashes of the way the monastery was is laid out in front of you and completely clean in the path that you take. Like, the walls are rebuilt, benches are rebuilt around you as you're walking through the monastery. Is that your cat going into the blinds?
I need you to see what I'm trying to deal with right now. So I'm
So
trying to
what-
pay attention, but he keeps running around like a little maniac, and then like attacking the blinds, chucking things off the table, and then proceeding to go attack like the 3D printers, and then running around into going into his tunnel, then running out of the room, and I'm just like,
I mean, talk about
wow.
talk about being blindsided, Cherise.
Nice.
Thank you.
Shush.
Come on, how long have you known me? You know puns are going to come out of my mouth.
I know this. I do recognize this. But like, what happened was he spotted the thing to open the blinds through the
Oh, no.
blinds, and he started trying to attack that through the blinds as well. That's what was happening.
Oh, mercy.
I'm sorry. I just needed someone else to witness this.
Also,
you're good.
holy cow to the both of you. Ouch, and what? And okay then.
Yeah, I mean, geez, Doku. Wow.
What are you
I
talking
was
about?
not expecting that.
I'm not doing.
No, I said the both
I've
of
done
you.
nothing.
I said the both
No,
of
no,
you.
I love the just the angry response too. You're just like, this is, and then you were like
So
ready
good.
to go. I'm loving
Yeah.
it. It's fun.
Well, like, since he's come back, it's like the whole, oh, he's such an emotional kid. Yeah, because he has feelings.
Yeah.
Don't punish the guy for wanting to cry every once in a while. Jeez.
Amen.
It's good for you. It's healthy to process your emotions. As long as it's not destructive, that's,
Well,
that's
I
normal.
still
you
don't
gotta
get it.
understand.
Crying is even biologically healthy.
These guys are from a different
Mm.
time, you know?
Well,
An older generation, if you will.
Oh, now we can say certain words around the blue boy, okay.
Come a long
well,
way
the
in
idea that
400 years.
this entire time Cedar's literally just been walking around trying to find one of them. She's just like, just like 5 minutes ago. How far did y'all go?
I like to imagine that, like, as Gale's walking back to the monastery, he sees Cedar, like, restarting her search again, and she goes, they're all dead, Cedar.
What?
They're all dead.
Oh, Gale. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been...
She's gonna kind of walk over to him. Do you want a hug?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's gonna kind of just hug him.
He's going to hug her, and as he's hugging her, he's going to say to her, you're one of the only real things I have left.
Don't give her a flag like that.
That's flag.
Please don't kill my
Shit.
character, Harry.
Shit.
What have you done?
Oh, man. What?
Unintentional.
Why?
Do not doom me through the narrative.
Thing is, Cedar's got the best plot armor because it's either keeping her alive or upsetting you. Sudoku plot armor, right there.
But yeah, so she's just gonna kind of hug him. They were real to you, and I mean, we saw them, so they weren't a hallucination, I guess. So sorry.
Thanks.
Celia walks up, and she's just like, you could just see her in the background. She's just like politely waiting for the conversation to end before approaching.
Hey. I'm really glad you're by my side.
And I'm glad you're by mine.
Celia,
Whatever
hi.
happened. Oh.
Sorry.
No worries. Whatever happens next, we're with you. You're not alone in this.
Yeah. I really appreciate that.
Mother
Did
Georgine.
you guys...
Yeah? Celia, what's up?
So I understand magic has changed a lot since I was last living. Last I had been alive, magic was closer to more summoning and things like along those nature. And I knew that things had changed with how you practice magic. So I hope you'll forgive my bluntness, but how the hell do I still have guns of a place that doesn't exist?
You still have guns?
You're apologizing for saying that? That's not... You should have heard Dana. It's fine. In regards to the guns, I'm guessing if you're confused about that, then that means people are gone and the monastery is gone. Let me guess.
You
There
can
were
pick
no
up-
war forges. The entire place we fought doesn't
That gives me
look like
several
there was no
questions.
damage to it. There was nothing
All
there.
due respect, Gale. All due respect, Gale. Your monastery was bad at sharing information.
So
what?
it doesn't answer my question. What sort of magic makes it a place to exist and then not, and then still lets me have? How do I still have these?
Maybe because you interacted with them, your physical touch
We
must have made
interacted
them.
with the war forges.
Yes, but we
But
destroyed them.
the guns are still on your person.
Yes.
Well,
Magic-
there was like one time that time stuff got weird. There was, with the other us. That was. I mean,
other.
Calvin, which was, I don't know if Kid has told you about Calvin, the mask that she used to have. The other
No.
Gale chucked that into the fire, and it remained dead. So, maybe it's kind of like that, but with the guns and in the reverse?
I don't know.
What?
I'm gonna be so real, I don't know. A lot has been happening lately that is not normal to at least how I know magic. There's been a lot of new stuff lately. So don't worry, we're all confused.
Does not help my very well.
I know. I know.
Roller perception.
We've been trying to figure it out.
Roll a perception. I am rolling a perception.
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay. That's a 28.
Perfect.
Nice.
You see something out of the corner of your eye, and I'll put it up on maps. Which is great because you still won't know what this is.
Wow.
Celia just kind of instinctually
Oh
just
no!
points the gun at it.
What is it?
No! Not that one!
So
Hang on, it's still loading.
Doku?
no.
Oh!
Doku, this better not be what I think
No,
it
no, no,
is.
no.
This better not be what I think it is.
You're thinking of something else.
Gooseberry!
Hold on. You're thinking of this.
What do I think?
Oh, where'd she go? Okay, yeah, you're thinking of this. A different thing.
Nope.
So this is
I'm not thinking of a time fairy.
no. You're confusing this. I had this as. So hold on.
Which one is this?
Okay, this one was Times Minion. I have it labeled as Times Minion.
Which one?
So the big one.
The one with the toothbrush?
Yeah, was Times Minion. The one that was on Shalius's shoulder was the white one. That you're thinking, the one that's remaining.
Okay, because I thought that was I thought with the bloody teeth
Yeah.
that was a bone fairy little minion.
Yeah, that was.
Thank goodness.
So-
I'm so glad that's not what I
It's
thought
so
it was.
funny because when these existed back in the day, that was made to throw you guys off. And it's funny that in the moment it like threw you guys off now.
That's hilarious.
But
Just me having
Celia
war
spots it.
flashbacks to the bone fairy.
Yeah.
Celia just like when she spots it, just instinctually just points the gun at it. I'm just like,
I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna say she just points. Like what do you
No,
mean,
she
like
points
a
the gun
hunting
at it.
dog?
she just kind of points the
Oh.
gun at it. She's like, Mother Shajin, is it a threat?
Oh.
And in the moment that everyone turns around, it's gone.
Celia? What are you seeing?
It was a little creature. It looks like a fairy.
What color was it?
Bluish color? Bluish, like light blue.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably one of the Fae Queen messengers. They send those from time to time. Okay, so you said it was lightish blue?
Yeah, almost transparent-ish though.
Transparent. Is Cedar gonna know which
It's hard to say. So here, I'll
Okay.
pop up the reminder. So, this was time on maps. So you can see
Okay,
how.
sorry, my brain saw that as a bit more whitish.
Yeah, no, it's fine. So you can see how she has, like if you look around the waist, how she's part like bug, like she has like insect tendencies.
Mhm.
That's why her fae was kind of also insecty. So they had an insect
Cool.
vibe to them.
Gotcha.
When I kind of found them and put them together. That's why I was like, no, I swear it's not the bone fae. I promise they would not
Oh yeah,
be
no
here.
worries. I was like, no.
Not again.
Oh. Okay. What kind of creature did it look like? Like, I know you're saying like a fairy, but like, if describe it as another kind of creature, what would you? What's the closest?
Deformed dragonfly.
Yeah, that's probably the time fairy. So that actually kind of answers a lot of questions. And the answer is
Time
time
fairy?
stuff is weird with the fae. So
Forgive me, my goddess answered a lot of questions regarding you guys, but apparently she did not fill me in on a lot of this.
that tracks. I love my kid, but she probably didn't tell you everything. Not on purpose, but there's been a lot. Like it'd be difficult to tell all. Okay, so we served the fae kind of accidentally. It happened. Each of us ended up
Yes,
with a
and
fae
you wanted to
queen.
become a fey queen.
I mean, yeah, I do. Kind of. Yeah. Although I've kind of been thinking about that. But yeah, I do. I haven't really discussed that with the group as of much, but yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I serve under Yellow, technically, and she's the Fey Queen of trickery, puzzles, etc. Gale serves under Aquafania,
The
Water.
blue face.
Yeah. And Kittis served under the Black Fey Queen, which she did a lot of stuff with gravity and thread.
Leah was.
Ask her about the thread sometime. She'll love to tell you.
Dana
There
was
was
red.
there was a
wasn't
green
she?
one that Dimron served under. There's a purple one that Dana served under.
Could you roll an insight for when you when you said ask about Kittis? Ask Kittis sometime. You roll a insight check.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me roll
said
her.
insight?
Yeah.
17.
When you have to tell her to ask Kittis sometime, you see kind of like a flash of almost hurt or frustration across her face, but it's only for like a second.
But yeah, and then there's the red one, which we have mentioned her before around you. I know that much. That's the one that we I
Yes.
think are about to go for. Very likely fire. If it's a elemental type situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, based off of
Oh, and the
experience with
Warforged work off of these steam charges. Blue and red ones. Red ones we think take magic from the Red Fey Queen, fire, and the blue ones take magic from used to take magic from Aquafania, water. Fire and water make steam. Steam powered Warforged.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. That's kind of the I was about to say spark notes, but that doesn't into it. Above game.
Exist in this world.
Above game. Yeah.
So
Goku?
I realized I might have to recount something. You had asked a question about what the alternatives were to water. I think to the curator, and I don't think.
Oh yeah, I think I did.
I don't think I answered that question.
Oh. Oh, we can do a little quick
Coca-Cola.
retcon.
So I'll let you guys finish, but then when we get to that stopping point, I'll have to go back to that portion of the story because I forgot to give that information. So,
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
but please continue, and then
Um,
I'll jump in when you guys.
So yeah, basically, each one of us kind of got claimed by a Fey Queen, as it were, and they kind of give us different abilities. Um, Mine gave me the first eye, the first Uncle Eye, kind of as a welcome to the group kind of gift, I think. And oh right, I can also do this, and changes. She changes her feather colors. Just kind of does a little multicolored ripple.
Oh, that's how you
Pretty fast.
disappear. That's how you disappeared into the steam.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot that I hadn't like brought that up to you. Yeah, that's kind of a thing I've been able to sort of do since Yellow. That's how Gale got his wings, not Yellow, Aquafania.
Mine
And
kissed me and
Kiddos
I
got
grew
the
things on my
thready
back.
threads. Yeah,
So
it was crazy. They were like
okay.
chrysalises.
Yeah.
What?
It was. Yeah.
To give a kiss and make you grow wings? Is that common?
Not in my experience, although I don't have much experience.
Why Ro? Peter's Uncle Ro. Oh.
Wait, what?
Doku Smith. Sorry,
Oh
Doku Smith.
yes, I was thinking that as well at the same time. I was like, making an Iroh joke.
Oh, that would have been amazing. Ha! Oh, I don't know if I've actually bringing that up. Celia, this isn't my original eye. Kiddos original eye. This is called an Esper eye, and it technically has my dead uncle in it, and I can feed him health and then see things that are really people that are really. He's
Noted.
gaining more sentience too. He's nicer now,
Also noted.
as of the last few days. So that's I'm hoping it's a plus. Any
Is there
questions?
anything else I should know about you, Captain Gale?
Well, I've got the normal Genasi stuff. I don't need to breathe. But I do breathing, but I don't need to do breathing. I can pray to Aquafania. Quite often, it's if I'm in the presence of water or spring, that tends to help with that. I've got my halo, and he sort of turns that on. I guess got those.
You see Cedar go, oh, that's new.
Yeah, I got that from reading the book from Dimren, so I can
Oh.
make light, that sort of thing. Oh yeah, I got these, and he shows off the fangs. My people,
yeah.
as far as I know, don't have these. Yeah, my well, I guess the first person I met gave me these. But yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell. I fly, I heal, I eat bread. I'm a little sort of yeah. To be honest, I'm finding a lot about myself at the moment, so it's a bit of a funny time.
That's fair.
All right. I will.
What about you, Celia? Since we're all sharing, anything you want to share with the class? I don't know.
My goddess made me a reborn monk. I do not require eating, or sleeping, or breathing. I utilize. I understand that this body is not who I am. It is my soul. Therefore, I am able to astral project myself to provide more power. My
That's
goddess
cool.
my goddess gave me a couple of gifts before I left with you both. and tasked me with caring for you all and going on a journey of self-discovery and understanding what it means to live with free will.
Wow,
Nice.
it's quite the journey.
Yeah. That's gotta feel
Yes.
weird though, being like alive again after so long.
There are many things that are unfamiliar to me. I was very grateful that they gave us a chance for combat. It gave me an opportunity to start getting more used to this body.
And how are you
That makes
finding it?
sense.
I find it mildly enjoyable. It's a lot heavier than when you were sole traveling around. There's a lot more weight to it, but it does make. In many ways, it's a hindrance, in other ways, it's useful. If that makes sense.
Totally. That totally makes sense.
Yeah. Definitely. It does not make sense to Gale.
But I choose to serve my goddess well, and she touches her forehead where there's like a little it's very faint, like kind of almost like an old scar in her skin of a image of a shepherd's staff on her forehead.
Oh, that's so cool.
Wow.
I take it that's her symbol then. Kiddis's?
Yes, a shepherd's staff with a lantern.
Did it hurt?
No, it sort of came with the body.
Oh.
Right.
Doku, are you laughing?
It was best response. Came with the body.
Is there anything now that you're alive, is there anything you particularly are looking forward to and want to do? Like if we go to like do you want a particular food? Do you want to go stores?
I will find my. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I hadn't expected to come back to life, so I hadn't really thought much of it for many years. I've been in keeping notes, though, of the things I've been enjoying. I discovered that I'm not as fond of sweets as my goddesses. I have found that I am a lot more competitive than I thought I was. I have discovered that I do not seem to enjoy losing, but I don't mind it. I don't mind learning. I didn't mind the fight being stopped to learn more about this world. I found that this world tends to baffle me a lot. There's a lot of things that are new. I didn't expect a ship or. Sorry, I am rambling.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's just been a lot.
I bet. And seriously, if you ever need to like talk about it or process it, you can do that here. We're very open to that, or at least they've taught me that this is an open, safe space.
I thank you, Mother Strajine. I don't wish to burden you with my problems, though.
Not a burden. It apparently sharing helps with, I guess, personal issues, and honestly, I don't think I'd be the person I am without having shared with the group. So it's not a burden, and it's what friends do. So I'm told.
Well, I
Yeah.
thank
In
you
this
for your
group,
kindness.
we help each other in this group. So if there's ever anything, whether it's anything you're facing, anything that you're feeling or thinking, we'll have your back.
Yeah. And I know Kiddis sent you to I guess take care of us and make sure that we don't die. But I hope that we can become friends.
I am grateful. So, anything I'm feeling, I'm allowed to express.
Yeah, you're allowed to express it. Negative or positive.
Very well. You all are very inefficient with most of the ways that you go about combat and life in general. You need to start actually considering on how you budget your costs, and also the way you have handled combat. You seem to get very upset when they ended it, blunt force. But had I had seen you all in combat before, and I had thought of it originally, but my soul was still. My mind was not as clear until I was able to give it a body, and my goddess gave me some of the memories I had lost during my time in the Shadowfell. And I find you are a rogue and a wizard, and yet you do not utilize your rogue abilities. For most of combat, you spend most of your time not understanding that you could utilize hiding in order to protect yourself from getting hit and being able to ensure that you are able to hit more cleanly. You also have spent a lot more turning to Gale. You seem to spend a lot more time worrying about everyone else in combat rather than focusing on solidifying a specific role. Each of you in combat, how are we meant to? I understand we have the mind link, but you don't seem to understand on how to go enter in to a role. You stated that you, Mother Shirjeen, have stated that your main role was to do damage in combat, but you seem to focus so deeply on doing damage that you don't consider other options you have. And you say you wanted to focus on being a healer in combat, and you utilize that well, but you also need to consider on where you're placing yourself to do so. He did great.
Cedar just starts to laugh. Like full on, like belly laugh.
Gale looks at Cedar and goes, "Does that feel better?"
I do not know. My body is shaking, and I did not expect it to.
You must have got caught up in the moment. That's normal.
Oh,
Also,
like
I think you broke the DM.
I was 1,000% waiting for this from her, and I absolutely. I'm like, the way this character goes, if she doesn't start yelling at you guys, I'm gonna be disappointed. So
yeah,
right?
Love it.
And yeah, we could
Cedar,
improve on some things. I'll take that into consideration.
And also, you, Mother Shirjeen, think about all the options you have, all the items you have in your possession, and abilities. You have multiple options. You can treat yourself like you have two.
Cedar is like laughing so hard she's like doubled over, and she kind of like stands up and like wipes. Oh, I like you. You're fun. You're right. I definitely need to take those into consideration. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're not out of turn.
No. No, that was
was
valid. And honestly, I appreciate it.
I am grateful. I am not used to yelling at those in authority.
Oh, you're the type to call people out, aren't you? That's good.
And hey, if it helps
world
us,
needs
it makes us.
that.
If it makes us better, then that's it. That's great.
Well, I am grateful. If I had spoken like that to the royalty that I served, I believed that I would have been flogged in the public.
I mean, Cedar is royalty, but I'm certainly not. So
Yeah, technically. I've lived most of my life not as royalty. I've lived more of my life non-royal, so it's something I'm reaccustoming myself to.
I was in the room when you were re-elected. You are queen.
Thank you. But yeah, I appreciate you saying that to me. Oh, you know what? Kiz would call out what she thought was stupid too. I think she would have liked that moment.
Somewhere she's staring at us and laughing.
Ah, definitely. All right. Well,
my God, is be pleased.
Somewhere she's probably yelling at you to use her bag more.
I look, I got the hand out of it. I
Yeah. And I'd love to give you a hand for that one. However, I'm not sure that's the best one that we could have gotten.
Yeah, good grief. Well,
That was a pun.
so
Now? Okay.
I did figure out something about the Red Fae Queen and actually about Aquafania as well. How they got trapped in the first place, potentially, if my
Oh.
theory's correct.
Okay.
So the king of this country, he would give them offerings, and then eventually, when built up, he invited them to a dinner, and two of them came, Lefania and the red one.
Right.
Which we really need to learn her. It feels weird just calling her the red one. But he invited them for a party and like some, I guess, dinner. They came, and that is when the account stopped. And then the next, I mean, obviously, Aquafania was Silvico's dungeons, and I suspect, especially since I heard from Shaley, they get the fire charges from the capital here, that most likely Red is in the basement of this country's.
Yeah, let's
So
logic
that's
to
what I
that.
was able to find out. I also sent someone. Oh, by the way, Celia, we have a way to get some more money. I sent to my guild and requested that they send some supply. Things have been going well lately, so doesn't seem to be like it. It doesn't seem like it will be a stress on coffers.
No, it's so cute.
And I see that you found a cat.
It was being needy.
Adorable.
It was making what is it they call it when they do that?
Biscuit.
Is it
Eating or
making
making biscuits.
Yeah.
Making biscuits.
So I sent someone to go and check on Mai, and they will also leave some treasure. Actually, they are going to leave Toby, the treasure golem. There's a treasure
my
golem
God.
that my guild has. Very pleasant. He's a very pleasant. They
His
are
name's
gonna
Toby.
have him under the house that they go and find Mai at. So I'm wondering if we don't swing by what was Bearvane to kind of tell her you're not being kidnapped technically.
That would be a good idea, I think.
Because she's a very high level sorceress. So
Yeah.
if we don't, that could actually end up pretty bad for the guild.
Yeah, that could
Probably shouldn't
be.
send my men to an emotionally unstable sorceress without
Did you not send her a
her
message?
knowing. The last time I did that, she did not seem to. She's not in a great mental place right now, and I don't think she'll know it's me. Like, actually me. I think she is in a bad place.
Right.
I guess we'll take the ship and head over.
I think
If
that would
that
be
sounds
what.
good to you all, we could hit Bearvane and then maybe the capital? I mean, I know Red's more pressing of an issue, but selfishly, I kind of want to check on Mai.
Cedar, we can do that.
Are you sure?
It also makes sense because we're getting some supplies there as well. So we're sort of no offense here. We're killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. I'm a bit nervous about what we'll find there, but hopefully we'll be able to talk some sense into her and hopefully meet one of the guild members there and get
Yeah.
her somewhere where she's not at least not alone in a shack. Which is where she is right now, apparently.
Hold up in a shack?
Yeah, the obelisk is gone.
So sorry.
It is what it is. It's not good, but
Well, let's
it
find her.
is. Yeah. Well, the monastery is looking a little worse for wear, so I can set up camp actually. There's something I've been try, if that's okay.
I'm all for it.
Hey Doku, I am gonna send you a text real quick if you read it before it happens.
Whisper.
Ghost cat. I just
Do I
remembered ghost cat.
should I message Tavern
Just
Bard
remembered what?
or
Either one.
the other your other account?
Yeah, I got a pretty good. Whichever one.
Sorry,
Okay.
what did you just remember, Sharice? Hello. Hello. So pretty.
He's just sitting here purring. He's
That-
he's a
that's
very
the-
cuddly cat. He's a very, very cuddly cat, and he requires so much love and attention. He honestly requires more love and attention than my dog.
Some cats do. I remember Henry, my old boy, just wanted to be held like a baby constantly.
He doesn't. We're trying to get him to be okay with being held like a baby.
Yeah.
He currently likes riding around on shoulders.
Yeah, we had a
Bless.
Tonkinese used to love that. Yeah. But Henry, like, I might have spoken about him before, but he would literally, whenever I was home, he would literally like jump onto the chair that I was sat on and just demand to be held.
Mm-hmm.
And this was when he was like, when he was an old cat. He passed me when he was like 19, so he was an old boy.
And when I first hopped on, and he was like kind of like climbing on my leg, that's his way of asking to be picked up.
Ah.
That's how he asks. Like he's like, I want to be picked up now.
Doku, it's the one that I sent you a while back. Like, just scroll up a tiny bit.
Got it.
See, with Henry, he
Yeah.
would sit on my lap and he'd sort of start almost like tapping my arm with his paw as if it was like, come on. And I'd have to pick him up and yeah, he was such a stupid cat, but yeah, he was the best.
So okay, sorry. I just had to discuss something really quick with Doku. Because I
That's
didn't
cool.
know I'd be casting this in this session. So,
That's a
Cedar is gonna kind of look around for like a largish tree.
Yeah, there's a couple probably in the just kind of courtyard outdoor area.
Okay. Been waiting to be able to do this. And she kind of like rubs her talons together for a second and kind of like stretches. Okay. Can I have like something very small for each of you? Like, I don't know, scrap of cloth or something?
sure. Gale gives her a small scrap of cloth from his belt.
Celia?
I'm trying to think of what she has. Like, she doesn't have a ton on her. I guess she just gives you a little glass bottle.
Or like a hair. Or like a hair? Like that. I think a hair
She could
will
just
work.
give you some hair.
Okay. And she's gonna, and then Cedar's gonna like
Okay,
kind
what?
of
What's with that
pluck a
face?
feather.
It's like my first
I
thought.
wanna
I was
know.
like, voodoo.
Hoodoo?
You do.
And then Cedar's gonna like really quickly like kind
Oh,
of
you're the
pluck
babe.
a feather from her wrist. That one that hurt. Okay. And she's gonna take the 3, kind of like roll. Let's see if this works. And she is going to, for the first time, cast a new spell. I'm going to cast Cedar's Cozy Nest,
Yes.
which is a bit like a stripped down Mordekainen's mansion, magnificent mansion, whatever it is. So you're gonna see kind of like a sort of almost filigree of light kind of start going up the tree trunk in the shape of as she casts it, and she is like very focused bringing this spell into existence.
I got you a little bit. Let me take over for just a second. I'll play it out for
Absolutely.
you a little bit because I think we're kind of coming up on the end. So I think I kind of found a good ending spot for us.
Yeah.
So, as Cedar's kind of casting this, she's focused full heart into this as pieces of you that she just took, the scrap of cloth and the hair, kind of fold itself into the spell as she casts it. And as this gold filigree is actually kind of coming from her hands, the roots of the tree and the base of the trunk actually grow bigger and bigger as the door size is actually accommodated and drawing itself into the trunk of the tree, which is now grown. And Cedar is actually almost in this fugue state as her eyes kind of roll back and go plain. And her body actually unnaturally in this defenseless state begins to kind of fade directly into the ground in nature. And she almost goes invisible as her consciousness wanes as this door grows bigger and bigger. And this tree itself grows as the door swings open. Cedar kind of passes out for a moment, barely catching herself.
Gale's gonna catch her.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. And she's gonna kind of like stand up. Oh man,
Lean on me.
sorry.
Lean on me.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm okay. Spells sometimes have a bit of a way of coming into it, and that is something that can happen.
Yeah, that's new.
Okay, let's go inside.
Okay.
Okay.
So as you guys kind of breach the threshold, I think we'll cover what happens inside when we have everybody for next session.
Yeah.
I think we can probably stop here.
Mhm.
But what I will go ahead and do is I will explain a little bit about what you asked, but I didn't answer to, so I'll circle back to that now. Sound good?
Perfect.
Okay. So you had
Sounds
asked
good.
specifically what the Warforge is doing to replace the water charges, essentially, and to kind of get the sentience and whatnot. And what you will find is when the book is there, it gives you a list of names of people that have gone missing. Most of which are probably either purchased slaves or orphans. And you realize that the water that they're replacing is people that are made primarily of water. So the Warforged are actually, instead of being able to run on Fey charges, they're now, those Fey charges are being replaced by actual people, as their bodies are being reduced down to water used to run the Warforge. And this also explains their sentience and obedience, as in they're kind of just enslaved inside of the Warforged. And so, as more and more are being built, more and more children are going missing, more and more slaves are dying as they're being used and repurposed, or at least their water, for these Warforged creations. And that is kind of where they're coming from.
Holy crap.
Well, that got dark.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Sorry, I realized that I wrote
No,
this
it's
in
okay.
as a motivator for the party because you guys are very anti slavery and anti free will, and just you know, or not
We
anti-free
hate
will.
free will.
Yeah, not what I meant. You guys are very pro-free will, anti-slavery.
Oh, free will.
You know, and so
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
yeah.
You thought Celia lost her temper with them. That was just frustration.
but also
Oh.
to like elderly, are being used to like the weak and the downtrodden, people that are like, hey, I have this
No.
excellent opportunity for work, and they'll follow them from like the slums into these workshops and then just be used for Warforged purposes. And so by the
Good
time
grief.
but the thing is as you were reading this and you were like, she was giving you a list of names, you kept turning pages and pages and pages and pages of names that have been people that have gone missing or lost, and it's in like thousands. And as you actually keep turning the pages and you stop because you don't need to know anymore. You get the point.
Ooh. Real quick, can we just retcon Cedar telling the others this, kind of that reaction? Because I feel like she would have shared that.
Sure.
It's not something she's gonna keep from the others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about the retconning in this episode. I love you.
Yeah. Try to avoid it,
It's
but
time
I'm like,
travel
this time I'm like, you
shenanigans.
actually asked me something, I forgot it. So, yes.
Yeah.
So consider it retcon. Cedar has, before you guys enter the door and we move into that, you guys were standing in the courtyard, and when she was explaining things about, the fire, Faye, she also dropped that bomb on you guys.
Yeah. I know what they're doing instead of water. It's people.
People? As
They
in,
have been using the water within people, and there are a lot of missing children, elderly people who
no.
were tricked with an opportunity. So that's not ideal.
Celia has already like black eyes from like dark eyes, like because like her eyes are just kind of like just black entirely. There's not like a pupil or anything. It's just somehow they darken even further.
When I find out who's responsible for this, I am going to kill them.
I will alongside.
Hmm.
That's
So,
Okay. So I think this is where we'll probably end session for now. And the reason why is...
and on that note.
And on that note...
On that happy
and on that
note,
happy note,
On that happy note, see y'all next time.
Right, you guys have a good one. Bye.
slavery and free will
Bye.
bad. Wait, hang on.
Right. Whoops, one of those. Retcon. No. Alright, you guys have...
Good God.